Welcome to the Girl Dad Show.
Welcome to the Girl Dad Show, a professional parenting podcast. Each month, I interview entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals who are balancing parenthood, life, and profession in the hopes to learn what it takes to be an amazing professional parent. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Girl Dad Talk. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that I've been working on, which is a lot more solo time with the kids and really finding that connection back again, especially with my oldest daughter, Lily. I feel like over the last few months here, I've really dived in deep with Grace, and we've really bonded a lot, especially after this last travel trip that we did earlier in the year. She really latched onto me, and it's just been kind of, without even realizing it, disconnecting me from Lily a little bit. And the other month, I did a solo day with Lily, and we reconnected, and it could be just me, and possibly it could be something that she also was feeling. But ever since that day where we did a solo day and went to the arcades together, Lily and I have really upped our connection. And it just showed me how important it is to spend that time with your kids. And my wife and I were also talking about this, and we were talking a lot about how it becomes like such a chore to find that time to do that, because it's so busy and hard, and it's chaotic, and there's just so much life happening at this stage of our life right now. And we were talking about, is it worth even doing like the date nights and the one-on-one times with the kids, and kind of programming those things out, because it's just so hectic. We have to work, we have to take care of the house, we have to take the kids to soccer and swim and school, and there's just so many different things that have to happen just to like sustain in this new chapter that we're headed into. And we talked to a lot of our neighbor parents, and they're talking about how the weekends are basically dedicated to activities for their kids, and as they get older, it actually starts taking over the week as well. And there really is no more downtime. It sounds like we've kind of flipped a page in the book, and as they're going into kindergarten and regular school, they're going to have new friends and start looking for activities, and we're going to be those soccer parents. And we actually do have soccer as part of the sports that we play for both girls, but I was more saying it as a moniker, but it's really interesting, right? And so we got to the point where the one-on-one time with the kids have not been happening at all. And so doing that was really fun and really great. And we did it because it was timely. It was actually really efficient. Grace got really sick last month, and we didn't want to have to limit Lily, and then it'd be easier just to get her out of the house. And so I took her, and we just went and partied it up. And it was really timely, because it was kind of bothering me for quite a while, not being able to spend that time with her. And I don't know, it might have been just me, but I felt it. I felt like a disconnect between me and Lily, and it wasn't as close as it used to be. And then really rekindle that by going together and really jamming out and having fun together. And ever since then, it's been wonderful. Like, I feel the connection back again. And I'm hoping it was that event and possibly me changing my mindset. But regardless, I want to have a really strong relationship with both my girls, for obviously different reasons. But I definitely want them to both feel very comfortable and happy with me. And I just started to record try to get them to be on this interview, and we definitely recorded some stuff. But it was a really interesting thing that they are starting to be interested in what I'm doing and being a part of what I'm working on. And obviously, if we ever show what they said, it doesn't seem that way. But the fact that they even wanted to be on the podcast and kind of in my space and talking to me about anything is actually really anomalous. They're usually just kind of oblivious to what I'm doing, but it's really, really cool. And I'm very, very excited about it. But I think the big thing is that I really want to make sure that even though it does become like a chore to do date night, and then maybe like once a quarter to do a solo day with one or each of the kids, I think it's still very, very important. And, even if it does become like a task, those tasks will lead to great results, because it kind of goes into the whole concept of, you can try to shoot for success or what success looks like, but the chances of hitting it are predicated on the activities that you do to get it. I really think that that's truth. And I really think that that is the way to achieve success and achieve your goals. And so if for me, having a really great connection with my wife and having a really great connection with my kids and kid individually as well, is to, do the activities that could lead to that, I think it's very important to program it in. And so although it's much easier right now not to do those things, not to hang out with people or take the weekend off or not do these activities or whatever that may be, I think it's still very important to at least try your best to, say these are the amount of things that I want to do when I want to do it, like weekly date nights, quarterly one-on-one times with the kids, hanging out with friends, on a regular basis, or core friends or whatever that is, and just like programming it in. And even though it sounds very unemotional and programmatic and robotic, I think it's very, very important, because if you do those activities, success is highly likely that you'll be able to create those connections and those relationships that you want. And obviously, you also want to be in tune and listen as best as you can. But I think there are some baseline things that you can do to create the great relationship that you're looking for. That's kind of what's on my mind right now, is just a continuation of this solo kid time and how I build that in. And then from the business side, things are starting to really line up well for me. I have the pool service business is going incredibly well now. We have pivoted from growth mode to profitability mode. And so this 9th month of business, we're now going to stop growing so rapidly and work on creating optimization. I equate it a lot to working out. And not that I'm a great workout person or an avid health nut or anything, but I've heard that when you bodybuild, you bulk up and then you lean out, you bulk up and then you lean out. And that's kind of how I think about business, right? It's like, you want to get to that growth mode so you can like focus on growth as the objective, and the whole company is focused on that, right? You get to that moment and you do things that are not necessarily scalable or process driven or automated or whatever that may be, or the most efficient basically. And you bulk up and then you operationalize it, you optimize it. So then you have that and then you start streamlining it, and that'll allow you to get ready to bulk up even more. So for now, I'm not entirely sure when we're going to bulk up again, but I definitely know that we are now pivoting Q4 into being more operational and optimizing, which is really, really great, because I think that I am doing a lot of soul searching and thinking about what's next in my life. And there is a huge, significant chance and possibility that things will get streamlined a lot. And I'm joining a company full time, and making those moves and seeing what I'm doing with all of my other business investments and endeavors, and really trying to focus my time essentially into a couple of things, all in the hopes that it will allow me, at least for the next 6 months to 9 months, maybe even a year, some more time, more balanced time. And I think it's important. I have this plan to basically create, a lot of time for myself in 5 years. And I'm on my 2nd year of doing this. And I think that I just need to elongate that to 6 or 7 years, because the plan to do it in 5 was a little bit aggressive, and it doesn't fit my life and the stage of life that I'm in right now. And I worry that I'm missing too much stuff with my kids. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I am really focused on this solo time with the kids, and really focused on streamlining my professional path and operationalizing that, so that I can basically kind of even out all the different levers, so it's a little bit more balanced, at least for the next year or so, and give myself a little bit more of a mental break, an emotional break, and also just a little bit more time with my kids and family. And then we'll see where that goes. And then maybe when they both go to school and we have a lot more time to work and be more focused, maybe I'll pivot that back to working a little bit more. But I think at this point, I'm very comfortable making my 5-year goal into 6 or 7 year goal, and seeing what that looks like. That also brings up another really interesting thing. I'm really excited to see what Amy does with her time. So Lily now goes to kindergarten, so she's out for like 7 hours a day, 6 hours a day. It's a pretty long day, actually. I think it's like 7. Yeah. No, it's 6 hours. Yeah. 6 hours. And then, Grace is obviously still, in preschool, but she's now going to preschool 3 days. And so we have this, bucket of time that Amy's going to be able to like parlay into, some different activity, and then, in a couple of years, Grace will also be in kindergarten, and she'll have, 5 days to basically have the 6 hour slot to figure out what she wants to do with it. And it's very exciting for me. It's very, very exciting for me. And I'm hoping that it's exciting for her. And I know that it's going to be a transition because she has really sacrificed a lot of herself in what she did and embodied to, be a stay-at-home mom. And it's very unbelievable, like how much she has sacrificed and put away to do this full time. And it's not like it's not easy. It's not easy to make those transitions and switches. And then I can't imagine it being easy to have that now slowly, degrade, step by step, and then trying to figure out who you are again. It's a really interesting time in our lives, to say the least. And I'm really, really excited to see how this parlays and goes forwards from here. And I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like, but I know that she's an amazing mother and she'll figure out some way to make it about the kids again. But I'm hoping that there'll be a part of it that is highly selfish, and she really finds something that she's passionate about that she can fill her cup with, because she's given so much to this family over the last 5 years and really sacrificed herself to, be that, parent that's at home and present and, involved in their lives. And not that she's not going to have that, but there is going to be some slots of time that they need to go to school, and that time will be blank. So we'll see. I'll keep you apprised of it. And I look forward to continuing these conversations. I would love it if you guys gave me some feedback on what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions or thoughts or want me to unpack anything more, whether that's business, investments, or work or kids, I'm definitely using this platform to just talk to you about my professional parenting journey and my goals to be the best parent that I can be. And it's been very therapeutic for me. I absolutely love doing this. And so I'm hoping that you're enjoying it as well. And I hope to get some feedback from you and would love some topics to talk about and unpack. Okay, thanks. And I'll check in with you guys next time. Thank you for listening to The Girl Dad Show. Did you know that our website is full of really fun products like the shirt I'm wearing? Visit thegirldadshow.com to shop our t-shirts, hats, mugs, and more. And follow our social channels to hear about our latest sales.